Kelly, I have one question and one question only for you to lead off today's episode.
Okay.
Was Nico Harrison right? I can't even say with a straight face. No, we're going to lead off today's episode with JJ Redick and Luka Doncic arguing the other day. That's all we can do, you know? That's all we can do.
I mean, if it happened in LA, we got to talk about it.
Yeah. Because the Lakers are part of everyone's top of the show.
What's
ESPN, TNT, Amazon, whoever?
What's the meme? The illusion of free will, where it's like the two maze entries and they both just lead to the same thing.
Just both leading off the show with the Lakers topics.
Yeah.
It's like the sorting hat, you know. Last time we recorded, fucking nailed it, dude, and you doubted me.
Well, I doubted you because you had no idea you were right.
Yeah, that does help. Ignorance is bliss over here. Yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about, Luka Doncic, JJ Redick had a little, I don't know what you would call that, argument, or it wasn't a scuffle, but it was just like
a kerfuffle.
There we go. It's a great word. And you kind of see Luka like holding his hand out to dap up JJ or whatever, coming off of the floor, coming to the bench, and JJ doesn't really reciprocate it. And then there's a little bit of jawing back and forth, and then shout out to Jared Vanderbilt for blocking Luka Doncic so the cameras couldn't see what he was saying, probably towards JJ Redick. Great teammate move there. I don't know if this is a nothing burger because I would assume coaches and players kind of jaw at each other all the time, but maybe it's usually behind closed doors. I think that's kind of the difference.
Yeah, it just based on vibes and other things that he said, it feels like the kind of environment that JJ probably welcomes. Like, just open thoughts where everyone can get it out there. It's okay if we get mad at each other and even hate each other a little bit, as long as we can still be on the same team. But
JJ did play with CP3 for a decade.
Yeah, I'd be interested to hear how much he learned from that, good or bad.
Yeah, because I think there's in a lot of the old men in the three, when they had CP3 on, they were like, yeah, I hated you. It's like they hated each other, but they were teammates and they loved each other. It was weird dynamic, I think. So maybe that's what we're heading towards.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you've ever been in a competitive environment, you've obviously had moments where you both get heated. And then the game's over and it's like, my bad. It's fine. It's different, of course, when it's professional. You're doing it day in, day out. Stuff like that. You got to see these people every single day. I'm sure it starts to wear on you, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, Luka also has the intensity of the media pressure, just paying so much more attention to him than ever before and being much more, I don't know, critical of him than he's probably ever received over the course of time. Obviously in the finals, he received a lot all at once. And this is just like throughout the entire season. So much that people are starting to vindicate Nico Harrison, even if it's jokingly. But yeah, elite teammate move by Vando there.
That's a true teammate right there. And from what I experienced in Dallas, it seemed like every single teammate that came through the door for the Mavericks loved Luka Doncic, set aside Christian Wood maybe. Outside of that, it seemed like everyone loves Luka. Like
famous teammate Christian Wood
for one season and just get benched, whatever.
Rockets.
Yeah, so it seems like he's a very beloved teammate and maybe the most frustrating player to coach or manage or anything else behind the scenes, because Luka did kind of whatever he wanted to in Dallas when Mark Cuban was the owner. And then all of it starts to kind of crumble down as soon as Mark Cuban makes the sale, right? That's what seemed to happen 6 months after the sale happens, because it happens in October, November of 23. They go to the finals in 24 at the end of the season. And then literally everything starts to crumble down, which means Mark Cuban just let him do whatever he wants. And now that's not happening. Or Mark Cuban just had a better relationship with Luka, and now Luka doesn't have a relationship with everybody else in charge, and it seems like he's standoffish or bad or whatever. And I don't know what the case is. And then there's all the rumors swirling on about Luka and his wife or fiance, whatever, mother of his 2 children, all those kinds of things, which is really fucking weird.
It's some weird like fan
Instagram
getting way too involved in players' lives things, or like they don't hang out and post pictures of each other or something.
Right. And
listen,
he said all along that he wants to raise his kids in Slovenia. Like, let's calm down.
If that's you and you're out there, get a life.
Yeah.
Get a job. Like,
yeah,
chill out.
as a member of the actual media for the Stars on the hockey side, some people will tweet out like Instagram pictures or stories of like a child being born of a player or like just random things. And they just like, hey, look, it's Jake Ottenry. His wife gave birth to their first son, this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, it's kind of weird that you're just screenshotting that and then bringing it over to another platform. Like he already put it out there. You can go look if you want. You don't have to like that. That's not reporting at the end of the day is what it feels like.
I mean, maybe if you have a relationship with the players and you want to be like, this is my public congratulations, but
sure. It's still weird.
Yeah. I think it's weird, even weirder if you're a fan.
Like, I didn't do that when Jake had his kid. I went into the locker room whenever he came back and was like, hey, congrats, dude. Happy for you. That was it. It's the end of the story. It's like, that's all you had to do.
Yeah. But
I don't know.
Anyway, it just feels like the Luka story just keeps building and building. The Luka in LA. It's
really funny. Like, now the Lakers are 6th in the standings, but like all of the criticism and everything, you'd think they're where the Mavericks are right now in the standings of how the Lakers have been talked about this season, which is really funny because they're 10.5 games out of the top seed, obviously, with OKC just running away with it, but they're a game and a half out of being the 3 seed.
Yeah.
Because welcome to the Western Conference. That's what it is. But it's very funny that they're so critical of a team that we knew was not really championship caliber this season.
Yeah, but did the Lakers know that? Like, I think the people in charge probably did, but like,
they said it. They're like, we're building towards the future.
Yeah.
Luka Doncic. Fair enough. They've kind of come out and said what they're doing, and probably JJ gets an extension because they know what they're doing and they want JJ to be a part of it for the long haul. They know LeBron isn't getting an extension. They know they're building for the future. That doesn't excuse like not going for it with LeBron and Luka and what this version of Austin Reeves is.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. If you know you're hamstrung by the LeBron contract and just who he is at this point. Not that he won't go play somewhere else for one more season and do a little tour and be a perfectly fine player.
Sure.
But yeah, for what he is. Just the whole thing about like they're a game and a half outside of the 3 seed. Yes, maybe like technically, but spiritually, are they actually?
No, they're gonna top out at 4, I would assume, if they play really fucking well the last 20-something games.
The Rockets, as currently constructed, injuries and all, if they play the Lakers in the first round, I feel like that's a 5, maybe 6 game series.
I was gonna say 5.
Yeah.
And it's going to just be a Luka nuclear game that the Rockets are used
to.
Luka
flamethrower.
Yeah.
And just like a weird, clunky, bad offense game. Well, probably all of them from the Rockets, but like an exceptionally bad one.
The one where Jalen Green doesn't score 10 points in the playoffs. Sorry.
But it'll be flipped.
But it's only one time, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
It's only one time that Şengün doesn't score 10.
Instead of 6 out of the 7.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, so the Lakers, like, we know that they aren't good. I think everyone's kind of said that they're not good. So why are we putting?
They're good. That's the thing. It's like
they're not great.
And that's kind of to your point. Is like we're talking about them like they're bottoming out. They're not. Yes, exactly. We're talking about them like they're the Mavericks, but really they're a good team that's just not quite good enough.
Right,
and that's it. They're a team with a true superstar, a waning superstar, and then a couple. And not that many, but a couple of pretty good players.
Maybe a third best player on a championship team.
Yeah.
In Austin Reeves.
And they just don't have enough. And it's really just as simple as that. And maybe part of not having enough is that their super duper star doesn't have a very complete game.
Yeah.
Even if he has an elite game. And it just is what it is. It's just the Lakers syndrome of like, because we are who we are, we can only be the best or the worst.
Is this like what the Golden State Warriors are to every media person for the last 2 years coming into the playoffs? Like, hey, they're the 8 seed, but they could ruffle some feathers. Like, this is the idealized best version of what everyone thinks about the Warriors when they're the 8 seed every year now. They're like, man, they could still win a playoff series, this, that, and the other. But like, they're the Lakers, so they get shit on instead. And they're just better than what those Warriors teams were, basically. That's what it feels like to me. Because everyone loved the Warriors in the media when they're the 8 seed, 7 seed, or whatever it is. Yeah. Like, hey, they could go on, but then it's the Lakers and everyone hates them, and they're comfortably pretty much the 6 seed.
I think the difference is that the Warriors have won enough goodwill by winning championships.
Sure.
That you just assume like, hey, you know, What's the Rudy Tomjanovich quote that I should know just immediately? Never underestimate the heart of a champion. They're just the fact that they have won means they can win.
Dame Rudy. Huh?
What?
Notre Dame Rudy?
No, not that one. The only Rudy that matters to me.
Okay. Played like a champion today.
No, different guy.
Okay.
I'm talking about the Clutch City Rudy Tomjanovich. I feel like I'm confused. Are you joking or do you really not know what I'm talking about?
No, I have no idea. But you just said Clutch City, and I had the best segue of all time. But we're not done with this conversation. So,
speaking of cities,
yes.
Speaking of things with city in the title, Rudy said that after Rockets championship run, the second one, whenever they had the 2-3-1 comebacks and became Clutch City. Never underestimate the heart of a champion.
When we both weren't alive. Got it.
That's right. But I was close.
We were about a year away from
off a year. Off by a year. That's right. I'll never know peace in my lifetime. Thank you, Astros.
Yeah, me either. It's fine.
Anyway, I think the Warriors have earned the benefit of the doubt because of that. The Lakers is like, you guys can't get over the hump, even though they did in 2020, but still.
Yeah. And even though that they played the Nuggets to like 4 overtime games and got swept, people forget they played them the hardest.
Yeah, that's right.
5. It was like a 3-point loss every single time. It was crazy. Yeah, no, I don't take too much talking to this because JJ Redick, as we know, super fiery dude. Like, probably would get in your face if he was your teammate, and now he's a coach. Probably just feels the same way because he was a player.
Yep.
So I feel like it always comes back to winning time on HBO. That scene in season 2 when Pat Riley comes into the locker room, Adrian Brody, great, the best choice of actor all time for Pat Riley. It was great. But he just gets in the face of every single player in the locker room, just calls them all out immediately. And just like, hey, this is how it's going to be. And if you're not going to be with this, then I'll just fucking get rid of you. I'll just trade you for nothing. I don't care, essentially. And then he put Kurt Rambis in the starting lineup. Just an electric scene. If you've watched it, you know what I'm talking about. No, I feel like a former player probably has more pull in that sense than someone that didn't play in the NBA. That's a head coach. I feel like you could you have maybe earned respect is what it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
Could be wrong because JJ just was like straight from ESPN and podcasting into coaching after a few years out of the league, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. Who knows? I mean, maybe it's a little bit of a give and take of he had to earn respect because he came straight out of that. So he felt the need to really like push this way.
Walk in.
But yeah, either way, they're obviously butting heads on the court and just another chapter in the story of what the heck are the 2025 Lakers.
Speaking of cities, just bring it right back.
Flawless transition.
Yeah, that was like 4 minutes ago that we had that transition. But Magic City, if you're unfamiliar in Atlanta, I have my Atlanta Braves hat on today. I almost put on the peach hat, the Atlanta Hawks one. I thought about it, didn't do it. Magic City night. I don't know if it got canceled yet. I feel like it did. I feel like they took it down or they're not going to do it. Or they're close to not doing. I don't know. Maybe not promoting it anymore. They put out a sweatshirt that says Magic City and has the Hawks like peach logo on the side and everything. If you're not familiar with Magic City, it's a strip club / restaurant in Atlanta. Lemon pepper blue, if you don't know, you don't know. And that's okay. I've never been. I have no idea. But it is a staple in Atlanta culture in the city and everything. So they're doing Magic City night. This got a lot of attention. There was a lot of jokes. And then obviously you have like Luke Cornett. I think Al Horford put out a statement about it.
Yeah, he at least said he agreed with him.
Al Horford agreed with Luke Cornett. Is that what it was? Because I didn't read the statement because it was an actual like graphic with a real statement. So congrats on not having to know that.
Yeah, he said yeah, that's right. Good thought. He said something to the post said something to the effect of "Well said, Luke." Okay, or something like that.
Yeah. So I'm reading Front Office Sports right here. This 2 days ago. The Atlanta Hawks have no plans to change their Magic City Monday promotion. Okay. Then it talks about Luke Cornett and Al Horford.
Wait, sorry, they are changing it or not? I was reading something.
They're
else.
not changing. They have no plans to. Change.
They're not going to. I don't think they're going to.
No.
It would take fan pressure.
What do you think about it? Because I think it's 1, funny, and 2, I get why people are upset.
Yeah. I think the chronically online part of me thinks like, oh, this is silly. Like what a
Yes.
funny thing that they're doing this, because ever since, obviously a lot of people knew about it before, but to me, Magic City breached the social consciousness in the bubble. Whenever was it Lou Williams that like ordered takeout?
It was Lou Will that got wings delivered to him. Yeah.
Yeah. From there, and then it just blew up. And he's like,
It was in a Drake song in 2016. Lemon Pepper.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I just wasn't. I didn't think about it. Not my thing.
Yeah.
Not my thing. Okay, so I think that Cornette is absolutely right in the points that he made, and I won't lie to you. I haven't read the full statement since like skimming through it whenever he first released it. So there may be some individual things that I would not necessarily agree with or would word differently or whatever. I don't know. I can't say. But I think the spirit of what he's saying is true. That the NBA ought to be a family environment. And no matter what you believe about the sex worker industry, it is not a family environment.
Yeah.
And so I think that he's absolutely right and within his rights to voice his opinion that it does not belong in an NBA stadium in that capacity. It doesn't matter if it is a staple in Atlanta culture. It doesn't matter. It might bring in some fans, absolutely. But then you're also forcing parents who are bringing their children, or even just parents who don't want to, or just like, random people who don't want to think about and deal with that or to defend their sensibilities into that environment where they're not expecting it. And of course, they could just go to a different game. But like, I don't know. It just feels like a bit much. And then there's the whole section of people who are saying like, oh, well, why aren't you speaking up about this, this, and this? That is an invalid reply. That is not a valid response to someone raising concern about something else. Actually, to me, that just proves that you don't actually know how to debate and argue your stance. If all you can do is whataboutisms, then that just proves that you don't actually in good faith want to engage intellectually with what the other person is saying. So if someone has a well-reasoned argument as to why they think it is perfectly fine, great. I want to hear them out. That's totally fine. But I think Cornette is well within his rights as a player, as a human, to say these things. And I don't think he did anything wrong at all.
Do you think one of like the Fox beat reporters in Atlanta is going to tell him to shut up and dribble?
That's a good question.
That was a joke.
But it is no, I know.
Fair.
I know exactly what it is. I feel like that's kind of what people are saying without saying it.
Right.
Whenever
So
you're saying you can't talk about it without talking about every single possible issue, even if they are more important issues. Absolutely. Like the fact that there are players who have committed egregious acts of abuse who still get to participate in the league with minimal repercussions. Absolutely, that's worse. But it doesn't just make something else not an else.
It doesn't excuse something else. So I understand what you're saying. I understand what Luke Cornette's saying. And while I agree with that, growing up in the South, growing up listening to Southern rappers, like it's just been a staple in my brain since I was probably 12 years old when I started listening to hip hop and rap and all that kind of stuff. Because growing up in Alabama, you're connected to the Braves immediately. You're connected to Nashville and to some other cities and everything. So like Atlanta rap was like our rap, where you grew up in Houston. So Houston rap is your version of rap. And like people that grow up in the Northeast, it's New York. And then people on the West Coast, it's California. Like it's kind of what you just gravitate to because that's what your friends listen to. That's what people from your area listen to. That's what it is. So like I was very familiar with Magic City, and like the fact that Magic City is a strip club is like probably shouldn't just be promoting a strip club. This isn't like the Sopranos or anything. But two is the restaurant where people just go to buy wings. Like they literally order wings, walk in and grab them. So like there's the dichotomy of what Magic City actually is. But the fact that there's a dichotomy and that there is one thing there and the other thing there is like I don't think you can promote that at an NBA game because like you said, there are kids there. Like my first ever NBA game, I think I was 15 years old, went to Atlanta to watch Miami Heat with the Heatles like in 2011. Sick game. I don't know how that conversation goes with my dad that came with me if they're handing out Magic City hoodies when we walk in.
Yeah.
I don't know what the conversation is. I think my dad would think it was funny because I know my dad, but like,
yeah,
I'd be like, what's Magic City? And I would already kind of know, but I would want dad to like explain it.
He's like, oh, it's Orlando. I don't know why they're giving those out. And
right. And it's also very funny because I grew up in Alabama. Magic City is also the name of Birmingham. That is the nickname for Birmingham in Alabama.
Amazing.
So like there's a lot of strip clubs there too that rappers from the South would go to as well. So it's twofold. So like I get
totally
why Atlanta's wanting to market it because that's what they are known for and all that, which is kind of scary that that's one of the things that they're known for.
Yeah, I feel like it's lower on the the social consciousness list. It's kind of like if you know, you know.
Yeah,
like you're tapped into hip hop and at this point into the NBA, like you know about it.
Yeah. The other part is that hoodie is incredible.
Looks good.
It's a great looking hoodie.
Looks good. Yeah,
it's a good looking hoodie. And if you connect it to Birmingham, Alabama, baby, that's phenomenal. That's a phenomenal hoodie, but you can't do that. So I understand why people are upset, but I understand why people think it's funny at the same time. And I'm on the fence of both.
Yeah, I mean, I think two things can be true at one time. Like it can be like, oh, this is kind of like a funny thing, but also like how fun is it worth? Is it worth how funny it is? Is kind of the question. It's like it feels like something NBA Centel would post.
Yeah. I hand up. I literally thought it was Centel the first time I came across because I think Dunk Central put it out, so their logos are the same, but
yeah. So it feels fake. I mean, what's going to happen a lot, and what's already happened, and I think the nature of it. And listen, far be it from me to defend white people who decide to speak up. A lot of times we say really stupid things. What's going to happen, I think, and what has already been happening is that because Luke Cornett is white, is that it is being cast as if, and I'm sure there are tons of things he doesn't understand about Black culture. Same for me, totally. But it's going to be cast as if the reason he feels this way is because he's a white man. And I think while there might be elements that he does not understand or can't understand because of that, sure, that is reductive. And it's not helpful to you if you're the person arguing that to just come to that conclusion and not be willing to think through the other person's point of view. Just like he should listen to your point of view. And I would hope he would be willing to. So,
if I got his full quote right here, it says the NBA should desire to protect and esteem women, many of whom work diligently every day to make this the best basketball league in the world. We should promote an atmosphere that is protective and respectful of the daughters, wives, sisters, mothers, and partners that we know and love. Allowing this night to go forward without protest would reflect poorly on us as an NBA community, specifically in being complicit in the potential objectification and mistreatment of women in our society.
Yeah.
Elegant way of saying, like, what are we doing?
Yeah. And you having reread it, I agree with everything you said. It's something I'm really passionate about. And I don't tweet about a lot of non-sports or non-Lord of the Rings things, but something that I'm willing to put myself out there for. And I'm a man of faith, so some of this is connected to this, but it's not even totally connected to it. There are some things that are just socially important for us to consider whenever it comes to the objectification of women. And I know that there's a lot wrapped up in this conversation about women choosing to do this profession as something they want to do, as a way to be empowered. And I think there's a super complicated conversation to work through that an NBA podcast is probably just not the place to do that. Especially among two men, you know.
Sure.
Absolutely. One way or another, what it is promoting is men going to an establishment and paying to look at women for that reason. You can't separate the two completely.
Yeah.
And I think that is not the NBA that I want to root for. It's not the NBA I want to, subscribe to be able to watch. And I know that it's not the NBA that a lot of players want to be a part of, because they do truly want to empower women to not have to do some of those things to be able to be empowered. And, again, far be it from me to act like I know everything about every aspect of the social issue, but
On the funny side, do we think James Harden requested one of the hoodies?
I think they just sent him one. I don't even think he had to.
Yeah, that's fair. Future Atlanta.
He bought a ticket to go. He bought a ticket to go as a fan.
Yeah,
he's gonna be one of the first 1,000 people.
He's gonna be there on Monday. It's gonna be sick. I think you can buy them online too. I think they put them on sale at one point.
The account that I sent you, the Westeros Central one, you don't have to say anything else about it. They posted something about Cornette saying something about brothels, and then Sir Harden coming out in response, challenging him to a trial by combat or a duel or something like that.
Sure. Yeah. Well, let us know your thoughts on the Magic City stuff in the comment section here on the Apollo NBA show. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're on audio platforms like Apple and Spotify, but we got our new YouTube channel, the Apollo NBA show. So hit that subscribe button. Yeah, I don't know. It was funny for a second, and then you see everything else. You're like, okay, yeah, no, I get what we're saying here. I understand that. And then I'm still gonna think it's funny sometimes. So like I can see both sides. Like the whole yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I get why everyone's upset.
There are lots of things that happen in the world that you're like, I don't know if I should laugh about this, but like the fact that it happened is shocking enough that like how else am I supposed to respond?
Yeah. No, I mean the best way to look at it is literally thought it was NBA Centel.
Yeah.
Right off the rip.
Yeah.
Because there's no way they would do that. And it turns out they did. Turns out they did. Speaking of that, dirty players committing crimes on the court. Lou Dort, looking at you. I've been screaming it from the rooftop since we started this damn podcast 3 years ago. Like, Lou Dort, what the fuck are we doing? So I don't remember what day this was. Oklahoma City versus the Nuggets. It was all over everyone's timeline. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. He just kind of leans his hips out, and then his back foot sticks that out to trip him. Immediately gets basically a flagrant 2, tossed from the game. Jokic going kind of sicko mode with the eyes. That was weird with the mouth guard and the yellow. That was strange. Getting into that scuffle with Jalen Williams,
full Jokic brother.
Yeah. If I'm gonna mess with anyone in the NBA, I watched Jokic literally break one of the Morris twins' back in half, and he just like never played again. Do we not remember that? Like when he came behind him, and it was a cheap shot by Jokic. So that goes into the dirty player kind of thing. But like
pushed him, right?
broke his vertebrae, and like he just didn't play again in his like neck, I think. So
well, it's funny.
Not messing with him.
Yeah, that was Marcus Morris, right? Or is it Markieff? I think it was Marcus.
Marcus, because Markieff played for the Mavericks years later. So
right. And Marcus kind of famously stepping on people's feet and stuff like that.
Yeah, the Morris twins are also like stuff in that realm, along with Draymond Green and everything.
It's almost like when you see a player retaliate, it's because something else has been happening the whole time.
Yeah, but I'm not messing with the Balkans at all. Terrified of the Balkans.
Yeah. Well,
if I'm gonna mess with anyone in the NBA, it is not a Balkan brother. Like, it's just not doing it.
I feel like I'd mess with Luka toward the end of the game because I feel fine physically, but I know that if I get into his head, he's going to torch me on the court. That's
yes.
I don't want to poke that bear.
Right.
But Jokic, I feel like might put me in the ground.
It will be physical.
Yeah.
No, the Balkans terrify me because being in an NHL locker room, it's just like, oh, you're than the other guys.
That's totally fair.
Yeah.
The Dort thing is interesting. I was talking to some OKC fans, and they were like, someone compared him Dort to Draymond, and one of these fans, they spoke up, and he was like, I feel like that's too much. Because he said something to the effect of, until Lou Dort is openly kicking someone in the balls, then I don't feel like you can make that comparison. And I was like, okay, I hear you. Draymond might be a more openly, and then the question is, has he?
Well, the kicking is different than punching and grabbing. Is it? Is it not the same? It feels like the same. You're going. Lou Dort literally grabbed Daniel Gafford's nuts during that playoff series in 2024, and then punched Derek Lively in the next game in the nuts. Punch, close fist. So like,
yeah,
same thing.
Yes. Yeah, probably. Anyway, the point is, I was like, I think Draymond is a more famously dirty player, and will take it to the next level, put someone in a headlock, do all these kinds of things. Is obviously flailing his limbs to try and hit people, which it looks like Dort is starting to do, like on some of these closeouts and stuff like that. But what I said was, even if Draymond is more dirty, I think that Dort is more reckless.
Yes.
And in that he seems to not really care what his physicality will do to another player.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it looks like he's trying to play football or hockey half the time. And he's just trucking dudes. He's too big to be doing that. And so I think that's the real issue. Because, like these guys, whenever the games get physical, they do stuff like, throw their hip at a guy while he's walking by. They're just trying to send a message.
Yeah.
But you don't do it often. Like you pick your moments.
It's tough when I bookmarked this tweet the other day, March 1st. Someone tweeted out, Lou Dort is so dirty that YouTube literally removed a video because they considered him grabbing Derek Lively by the nuts as against their sexual policy. and the video is the NBA hates Lou Dort. And it looks like it's a 10-minute clip of just dirty things, like dirty plays, like the Ja Morant play in the playoffs last year.
Just saying the players hate him.
Yeah, I think the NBA, but they literally marked it against their full policy on YouTube because he's grabbing them, like literal grabbing nuts.
Yeah, I will say
full like twist his dick kind of motion. We had one of those. We had one of those.
What?
Twist his dick. Sorry.
I will say after he was punished because is he getting a one game suspension or something?
It depends on how many flagrants he's had this year, which
I don't think so now, but he was responding to it. Someone asked him about it. He was responding and he said something to the effect of like, I went too far.
Okay.
And I respect that. I respect that level.
3 years too late, but yeah.
Sure. But sometimes you got to get got before you can understand, what you've been doing. Let me see if I can find it because
I think the biggest problem with him though is like he does all these egregious acts and then like flails his arms. Like, I didn't do anything. What are we talking about, bro? He never stands on business. That is the problem. It's not clocking to him. Never stands on business.
But maybe now.
Maybe he just doesn't. He's like, yeah, fuck you. I did that. I'd rather him do that because then I'd just be like, yeah, he's a dirty player. What are you gonna do? I'd rather him be a dickhead about it than play.
Oh, you mean like in game?
Yeah, I'd rather him be what happens in hockey, where you do a dirty thing and you just kind of stand over and like, yeah, I fucking did that, and then they fight afterwards. I want one of those. I know they're not gonna fight every time, but I would rather him just be like, yeah, I fucking did it. So what? I could respect that more than just being like, me? You think I did something? No, me? That's the problem.
Yeah. It's tough, man. People like having enforcers on their team, but it gets to a point. Yeah,
because I mean, Beef Stew's like that too. But he'll stand on business. Yeah, I fucking did all. You want to fight? I would love to fight. He's like, I would love to fight right now.
He also takes it too far.
Yes.
Constantly. See, that's the thing is like, it's fun having like certain people on your team who will do stuff like that and have your guys' backs in physical moments and things like that. But it's like, I don't know if I want a guy that's like hurting people. I don't know.
Yeah, the difference I think maybe between Beef Stew and Lou Dort is like, yeah, I did it, and then he'll fight afterwards. Like if there's gonna be a fight, Stew's gonna be in there backing his boys up. That's what an enforcer's supposed to do, just back his teammates up.
Yeah.
What PJ Washington did to Russell Westbrook a couple of years ago after he tried to tear Luka arm out of socket, just came over and decked him basically. Like those kinds of things. Like, yeah,
you're talking about
whatever.
Wait, you're talking about when PJ pushed Russ from behind?
Yeah.
No, okay.
Because he tried to injure a player on their team. So he's standing up for a player on his team.
Yeah, sure.
Comes and chest bumps him in the shoulder. So a little, yeah. I mean, it was dirty. Like PJ did it, but like he's an enforcer in a sense and defending his teammate. Lou Dort is just
for sure
fucking trying to kill people for the fuck of it. That's what it seems like.
It's it's the whole thing with the OKC whistle, which is being relitigated after every single time they play a game because.
Did you see the one last night?
The Knicks?
The Shea OG play where Shea got a foul, where he's literally several feet away and he flopped and got a whistle.
No, like, but I did see
nowhere near him.
I did see Mike Brown comment on it and be like, he knows how to. Well, I can't remember exactly what he said, but it's basically like he knows how to move in a way that convinces the ref there's a foul. And then everyone always does he only shot 7 free throws last night. It's like that's not the point. That is not the point.
That specific play was the point, guys.
Yes. The point is that in those 7 free throws, that's like what? 4 fouls maybe?
Right.
Yeah. Or when you're only shooting one, whatever, 7 or 8. The point is that maybe 1 or 2 of those is not actually a foul and is very obviously not actually a foul. And on the other end of the floor, you have someone maiming people with a sword.
Yeah, everyone's calling out Doris Burke for literally saying it on a broadcast last week before. And I'm
she did it last year too.
She did. Every time she calls an OKC game, she's like, "What the fuck are we doing here?" And I'm like, "Thank God someone's standing up here." It's like, because it is kind of ridiculous. Because while as good OKC is, like they are going to win a lot of games, the way that the games are called, it seems like almost every single night are egregious on both ends of the floor. Either not being called or being called. Like it's just kind of when you watch a game, you're like, man, they're really fucking good, but it seems like it's not being called both ways.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the conversation too. Is it'd be really easy for someone to be like, oh, they're just really good, and so you're upset. Like you're just finding something to be upset about. It's like actually they're really good, and I'm upset that they're being given another advantage.
And Golden State had that for 5 years, right? 7 years.
And so to bring it all around back to Draymond, it's almost like if you can move the bar, like you can move what the limit is if you just do it enough. Like they're not going to call a foul every single time, so we're just going to keep pushing.
Yeah.
And I get that. Like that's how the coach of my team coaches the team. He wants them to be physical and to even push the limit, like force the ref to call a foul. No one on my team, Dylan Brooks last year, but even I feel like he's in a different lane than these other 2 guys. Maybe it's because he's not as big and not quite as physical and a little more goofy, like
it doesn't seem as deliberate in the actions. Like his actions are far and few between in comparison to Lou Dort beef stew.
Yeah. But anyway, Udoka's obviously coaching them to do that, to push the limit. No one is doing the type of things that Dort and Draymond have done. And so, it's frustrating. But I will say, props to him for any level of self-awareness and ownership. Maybe it'll continue. Yeah. Maybe he will think more about it.
And then the last thing on this is their coach being like, well, if anyone else sticks their leg out to trip somebody, it better be a flagrant 2 every single time. Yeah, no fucking shit it should be, dog. Like, what are we talking about? It's not a basketball move. Like, Grayson Allen got tossed from a game at Duke when he did that. Like, what are we talking about, dude?
Yeah,
this is a precedent. There is a precedent for it.
Yeah, bare minimum flagrant 1. And obviously the flagrant 2 is them trying to control the game because it had been so physical. Got out of hand. Yeah, and so you have to keep that in mind. Because they're not calling the fouls. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the funny thing. It's like it's the ref's job to control the emotions of the game and the physicality of the game within a certain level. And they let it go too much sometimes. But yeah,
and this happens in all sports too.
Dagnall's fantastic, but he's got to stand up for his team. I get it. And he's saying that right after the game, so heat of the moment. It's fine, but that was some Steve Kerr stuff right there.
Yeah, because as soon as that trip happens and watching it live, I'm like, oh, he should be gone. Because he went like hip check hockey style plus the leg out. It was a double move there. He was trying to make sure he got anything on Jokic. Jokic did sell it. The fall was not.
Yeah,
it didn't look like he genuinely fell. Like he knew
that was a old school Embiid. Someone yelled timber moment.
Sure, like in the roll and everything after, like it was perfect in every sense of the word because it was so fucking stupid both ways. Because like Jokic could have just ran around it because he saw it happening, but he's like, you know what, I'm gonna see if I can get anything out.
Force the issue, yeah.
Which is the OKC Thunder do. So like it was two-way street there. So like whatever.
Jokic, he will flop like a fish. I mean, he gets the crap beat out of him, but he also flopping like a fish, man. It's just even funnier watching him do it because he's so huge. Yeah, because he's humongous.
6'11", 400 pounds.
Yeah. Did you see Keontae George trying to box him out?
No, I missed that.
Oh, dude, you got to see it. It's like, and this is really on Jokic because George hasn't boxed out. Yeah. And the ball goes on the front side rebound, and they're on the back side, And so the ball's going away from them, but George is like slowly getting swallowed by Jokic trying to like lean over him. And then eventually Jokic just like is like lowering his weight onto him.
Sure.
Yeah. And then they like fall and everyone's like, oh, so where's the flagrant 2 here? I'm like, okay. Yeah, yes, this was stupid. Yeah, it should probably be a loose ball foul, but come on.
Yeah. I just love when you watch Jokic and Luka play and they have a scratch on their arm almost every game that's just actively bleeding.
Yeah.
It's just like, and Kristaps Porzingis in his younger days had that too. Like just every white guy from that area of the world is just scratched up to oblivion every single game.
That's Al Shengun. It's got scratches and bruises all over his arm and stuff like that. It's
just the price you pay for being Eastern European, I guess.
That's why they run down the court raising their arms after every single no call, because they're getting the crap beat out of them. So every time they don't get any call, they feel like nothing is being called. But yeah. Anyway, dirty players. Maybe they'll repent.
Not a dirty player, but we got comebacks this week. Trae Young back in action, also getting tossed from his first game, I believe, right? Against the Rockets. That happened
while he was on the bench.
Sick. Love that for Trae Young. I think the NBA made a call and was like, hey, play one of the guys. I know AD's made a glass. Maybe don't play him, but play Trae Young. Thoughts? We got Giannis back. They keep losing. They just keep on losing, regardless of who's on that team.
Classic.
Should have just asked for the trade.
But hey, he'll never do it. He'll never ask for a trade.
Do you think it's tonight? Is tonight Celtics Mavericks?
I don't know. That's your team, bro.
Yeah, it's not tonight. So
is it Friday?
That's what I'm thinking now. Yeah, it's Mavericks Celtics on ESPN. So maybe that's the night that Cooper Flag comes back because he's questionable for tonight. Miss you, baby boy. Miss
Flag and Tatum, the Dookies.
Yeah, sure. But it looks like Jayson Tatum, according to Bill Simmons, looks like it's going to be Friday. But like, it's only is anyone else saying anything about this? Because I've only seen it from Bill, which does not seem like a credible source in this.
I think McMahon or someone said it's becoming a when, not if. Someone said that. I can't remember exactly who it was.
He's not coming back to be just a role player. All right, Shelly. Did you see that clip?
Someone. Yes, I did. But that was that's from a long time ago, isn't it?
It seemed like that doctor was like clearing him. I don't know.
Oh, maybe it was. Maybe they were. And when he's saying that, he's probably talking about workload. Like he doesn't want to come back and play 15 minutes.
Play 15 minutes. Yeah. Which he should. Right off the rip.
Well, yes, for sure. But I think he probably means if I can't if I can't play 25, 30 minutes a game toward the end of this season, what's even the point? Which is still, I don't know, not really fair. Someone also said that he's coming in understanding that this season it's Jaylen Brown's team, which who knows if that's true.
Sure.
If I'm him, I'm saying whatever I got to do to just make everything okay. Sort through that in the offseason.
Yeah, because I mean they're the fucking 2 seed in the East.
Dude, they're so good.
They're 5 games back of the Pistons right now, and the Pistons have just been winning right off the rip from the beginning of the season. Just have not. They were like 15-2 to start the season. Yeah, like something crazy. And the Celtics were the 8 seed for about a week or two to start the season. We're like, there they are. That's the Celtics we thought were going to happen, and then all of a sudden they just started winning every single game. It felt like a good team and a weird team. And I think the Celtics fans probably absolutely love that because there's not like, obviously you have Brown, you have White and Pritchard and everything, but like the rest of your squad's just kind of gone and you're running on a bunch of big white dudes at the end. And like Hugo's showing up, getting 20 boards out of nowhere. Like they probably love this team.
Oh yeah. It feels like a house money team, that did all the offloading. So, and then just to make it even funnier, the Jaylen Brown on-off stuff is hilarious. I don't know. Have you followed this at all?
No, I haven't. Are they better when he's off the court, even though he's been fucking sick this year? Yeah.
So when he's on the floor, they are a plus 5.4. So good.
Yeah.
With a 120.9 offensive rating, 115 defensive rating. When he is off the floor, they're a plus 15.3. So they are 9.9 points better when he's off the floor than when he's on. So
do we think that's because he's taking a bigger offensive load, so his defense might be slipping just slightly this year?
So basically, that's
what it's saying.
That's the difference. Is their defense is 9 points better when he's off the floor, and the offense is basically the same. It's 1 point per 100 possessions different. So yeah, that could totally be it. It could also be just when he's off the floor, they're out hustling and, just playing super well. And and that's all they really got going for him when he's off the floor, other than a couple scoring guards. So that could be a part of it too. I mean, these numbers are useless without the eye test. And so you have to have both. And clearly he's playing very well, even if he has some of his career-long issues, like some efficiency and stuff on a night in, night out basis. He's obviously playing super well and they're winning. And so it's undeniable. So this is probably one of those situations where this is an exception that proves the rule, in that the fact that this is an exception means that most of the time we can trust what those numbers are saying.
Yeah. Because Jaylen Brown's been really good this year.
Yeah.
Just like really fun to watch too. Like it seems like the offense have taken a real step up. Like there's new things and different shot creation and all that kind of stuff outside of what we've seen Jaylen Brown do in the past, which he's been sick for a while, obviously. But this year it's just
he's more dynamic,
taking a heavier load. And it's been interesting. Like I don't hate the Celtics team, and that's the weirdest thing of all time. Like I like the Celtics team.
Yeah,
we'll see if that sticks on Friday when Jayson Tatum comes back. But
yeah, I feel like it probably won't.
Something about that guy, it's just something about him.
Such a nice guy.
And then like the bad thing is like the starting five season that he was on. Was that the first season that they did that? Which they just canceled, by the way. Did you see that?
I did see that they canceled it. Yeah, it would have had to be the first season because Jaylen was the second season.
I started watching it. I was like, man, I hate this guy. And then I watch him some more and I'm like, kind of like him. And then at the end, I was like, the last scene of Jayson Tatum was like, yeah, I hate this guy. This guy sucks.
What was the last scene? I missed it.
I think it was him in that house after they won the championship and everything. I was like, yeah, fuck this guy.
Oh, see, I only saw the first. I think I saw all but like the last 2 episodes of the first season.
First season was pretty fun.
Made me like him.
Yeah, and that was the problem. I was like very conflicted the whole time, and then that last scene happens because they had just won the championship and everything. So like, okay, yeah, I hate him because of that. But then he said something when he's just sitting on like the island of his kitchen. I was like, yeah, fuck this guy. This guy sucks.
He's just like says a random Kobe quote.
Just a random corny thing that LeBron does all the time, but I love. And then Tatum doesn't. I'm like, yeah, fuck you, dude. This guy sucks.
Oh man.
And there's nothing that Jayson Tatum's ever done, that I was just like, yeah, I hate that guy for this reason. I have no reason.
It's just a rivalry as old as time.
Yeah, Mavericks versus Boston, and it's always been that way.
I meant you versus Jayson Tatum, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It started when he was a dude. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, speaking of dirty players, did you see this Canada and Mexico brawl in the World Baseball Classic?
Yeah, was that from 2023?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that was 2023.
About it.
Yeah,
probably.
That was the last one, I think.
Oh, yeah, because I guess they wouldn't have even played each other.
Yeah, World Baseball Classic literally started at midnight today as we're recording this in like Japan.
I'm so freaking stoked.
Yeah, I think World Baseball Classic start tomorrow in Houston.
Sounds right. Yeah, Friday.
Pretty sure it's tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, and then Saturday we'll get to see Tarek Skubal in his one start for 55 pitches. Fucking coward.
Against Great Britain.
Fucking coward.
Which is basically Jamaica or the Bahamas. The Bahamas.
Just every province that
province
technically owns, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I remember last time, like half the players were from the Bahamas or had some connection to the Bahamas.
Jazz Chisholm,
Jazz, Klay Thompson's brother.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of brothers in the NBA and the NHL, Tyler Myers just got traded to the Dallas Stars yesterday. You know who his half brother is?
I don't know.
Houston legend, Quentin Grimes.
Oh, go Cougs.
Yeah. So
that's fun.
They're the only NHL NBA brothers to ever exist.
Dang.
Which is pretty funny.
It is pretty funny.
They're half brother though, because Tyler moved to Canada when he was in like 10 years old.
That's why they're half brothers?
Well, I think they had the same dad, different moms. So Tyler is very white, very, very white, and 6'8", fucking ginormous. And then Quentin, obviously, not white, half white, whatever. Grew up in Houston. They both grew up in Houston, and then Tyler moved when he was 10 to go with his mom, I guess, to Calgary. Learned how to play hockey there. Yeah. Athletic family, turns out.
Love it.
Good
I
stuff.
love that for you.
Hopefully get to meet him tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Just stare up at the ceiling because he's 6'8". Then he's going to walk in on skates. It's going to be like 7'4".
Does it add 8 inches?
No, but it probably adds at least 4.
No. Sick.
So he's 7 feet.
Just wimpy on skates.
No, it's terrifying because the Stars have another guy that's 6'7". I have to say it that way, but 6'7". When he walks in, I'm just like, what am I supposed to, like, you're not a human, dude. Why are you so tall? And he takes his skate off, and I'm like, yeah, you're still fucking tall. What are we doing here? What can you do?
Yeah. What can you do? Anyway, go USA.
Yeah. Have fun watching the World Baseball Classic. Have fun watching basketball. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already on our audio platforms like Apple and Spotify. We got video on Spotify, and then we also have video on YouTube at the Apollo NBA Show on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Some of our other shows that have branched off into new channels have surpassed the NBA show. So, let's show the NBA fandom. Hit that subscribe button. It's free. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode or a short or anything like that. And that'll do it. We'll be back. I guess Sunday. We'll be recording on Sunday. We'll have a new episode on Monday. That'll be it for the Apollo NBA Show.